In the heart of South Africa's justice system, a storm has been brewing, one that threatens to shake the very foundations of law enforcement and political accountability. The names Senzo Mchunu, Shadrach Sibiya, Brown Mogotsi, and Vusimuzi Kat Matlala have become synonymous with a scandal that has gripped the nation. Allegations of collusion between senior police officials and criminal cartels have surfaced, painting a grim picture of corruption, political interference, and betrayal of public trust. This exposé traces the origins, developments, and implications of the scandal, drawing from testimonies before the Madlanga Commission and Parliament's ad hoc committee. Senzo Mchunu, the Minister of Police, once hailed as a reformist, now finds himself at the center of a maelstrom. Accused of interfering in police operations and colluding with criminal elements, Mchunu has been placed on special leave pending investigations. Shadrach Sibiya, the Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, is another key figure, suspended amid allegations of undermining investigations into political killings. Sibiya's role has come under intense scrutiny. Brown Mogotsi, a Northwest businessman and alleged ANC affiliate, is described as the middleman, an individual with inexplicable access to confidential police information. Vusimuzi Kat Matlala, a businessman with alleged ties to organized crime, is accused of funding political campaigns and receiving insider information from police officials. The scandal erupted in July 2025 when KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nalanhla Mkhwanazi held a dramatic press briefing. He accused Mchunu, Sibiya, and Mogotsi of orchestrating the disbandment of the Political Killings Task Team, PKTT, a unit investigating high-profile assassinations and cartel activity. Mkhwanazi claimed that the task team was dismantled to protect individuals under investigation, including Matlala. He described Mogotsi as Mchnu's associate and alleged that Mogotsi had prior knowledge of police operations, including the PKTT's disbandment. The Madlanga Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference, and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System became the stage for explosive revelations. Witnesses testified about secret meetings, phone recordings, and financial transactions that pointed to a coordinated effort to obstruct justice. One of the most damning pieces of evidence was a secret audio recording played during the hearings. The recording captured a private discussion involving Matlala, Mchunu, Sibiya, and Mogotsi. The conversation hinted at leaks of confidential police information, tender manipulation and payoffs, political funding linked to criminal enterprises. Witness C testified about a police raid at Matlala's home, revealing documents and devices that allegedly contained evidence of cartel operations and political collusion. The ad hoc committee parallel investigations. While the Madlanga Commission delved into the systemic issues, Parliament's ad hoc committee launched its own inquiry. Former Police Minister Bheki Cele testified, contradicting Mchunu claims. Cele stated he was informed that Mchunu did, in fact, meet with Mogotsi and Matlala, despite public denials. Cele described a disturbing conversation where Mchunu allegedly expressed political ambitions and warned against associating with certain figures, including Cele and former President Jacob Zuma. This added a layer of political intrigue to the scandal. Denials and deflections. In response to the allegations, Mchunu issued a statement denying any links to Matlala. He admitted knowing Mogotsi, but described him as just a comrade. His spokesperson insisted that Mchunu had never received anything from Matlala and had initiated a review of a controversial SAPS tender awarded to Mogotsi. Sibiya, testifying before the ad hoc committee, denied personal relationships with Mogotsi and Matlala. He claimed that Mogotsi contacted him about tender corruption and that he met him during an ANC celebration. Sibiya maintained that he deals with information and would not block potential sources. The tender trail. Central to the scandal is a R360 million SAPS tender awarded to Matlala's company in 2024. National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola later repealed the contract, stating that Matlala's firm should not have passed the initial bidding round. Masemola testified that Matlala's arrest in May 2025 revealed a web of corruption. Phone records allegedly showed discussions between Mchunu, Sibiya, Mogotsi, and Matlala about disbanding the PKTT. The motive, Masemola argued, was to halt investigations into cartels involved in murder and drug trafficking. The fallout. The scandal has triggered a national reckoning. Civil society groups, opposition parties, and media outlets have called for accountability and transparency. The revelations have undermined public trust in SAPS, raised questions about political interference in law enforcement, sparked debates about state capture and governance. President Cyril Ramaphosa has remained largely silent, urging calm and allowing the commissions to proceed. However, pressure is mounting for decisive action. Cartels and state capture. The scandal is not just about individual misconduct. It points to a broader issue of state capture. The infiltration of criminal cartels into law enforcement threatens the rule of law and democratic institutions. Matlala's alleged funding of ANC delegates and political events suggests a dangerous nexus between crime and politics. The manipulation of police operations for personal or political gain erodes the integrity of the justice system. As the Madlanga Commission continues its hearings, more witnesses are expected to testify. Investigators are analyzing phone recordings, financial transactions, and internal SAPS communications. The ad hoc committee is preparing its interim report, which could recommend criminal charges against implicated officials, reforms in SAPS governance, and oversight enhanced whistleblower protections. A nation at a crossroads. South Africa stands at a critical juncture. The revelations from the Madlanga Commission and ad hoc committee expose deep-rooted corruption and collusion within the police force. The involvement of senior officials like Senzo Mchunu and Sibiya, if proven, would mark one of the most significant betrayals of public trust in the country's democratic era. The road ahead demands courage from investigators, lawmakers, and citizens. Only through transparency, accountability, and reform can South Africa reclaim its justice system and restore faith in its institutions. The cartel within must be dismantled, not just for justice, but for the soul of the nation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.